Hey salon owners, are you leaving money on the table when it comes to tax deductions? Today I'm going to go over 5 powerful tax strategies that will help you keep more of your hard-earned cash in your pocket. Some of these can literally save you thousands of dollars. Let's get into it. The first tax deduction that I'll talk about is actually your business entity. What is your structure as a company and how are you being taxed? Are you a sole proprietorship, an LLC, an S Corp? That choice can have a huge impact on your tax situation and the amount of money that you're being taxed on and that you're paying out. Most of the time, once you reach a certain level of profitability, being taxed as an S Corp is going to be a huge advantage for you. You're going to be able to take part of your money as distributions. I have another video where we'll go over this in greater detail. But you get to take part of your money as distributions and pay less taxes on it. You get to avoid Social Security and Medicare and some other payroll taxes. That said, if you're a smaller business or you haven't reached a certain level of profitability, being an S Corp could actually be more expensive for you. Having to pay for payroll and having to pay for extra filing and compliance around that entity could be worse for you. So you want to make sure that you've got the right tax setup, that you are the right entity when it comes to filing your taxes. And again, that can make a huge difference and literally save you thousands of dollars. The second tax deduction that I want to talk about is a retirement plan. Retirement plans are not just for big corporations. Even an independent stylist, a solo person that are the only employee in their company, can get value and tax savings out of having a retirement plan. This can be a solo 401k or a SEP IRA. There really are a lot of options out there, so I highly recommend working with an expert, a professional on this. With the team, you have these options as well. You can be doing profit sharing. You can do a simple IRA. There are a lot of choices, and an added benefit to this is it's a great attraction to stylists to come work for you. If you can have this benefit, it means a lot. It's a great stickiness factor. So people that are in your company getting this benefit are more likely to stay in your company. So I highly recommend you look into retirement plans for your company, especially if you are profitable and you're making some decent amount of money. This can save you a lot when it comes to your taxes. Tax deduction number 3 is depreciation. So depreciation is a more advanced concept of accounting. Essentially, if you've spent a lot of money on equipment in your salon, chairs, even a new building or a build out, then you probably have opportunities to use depreciation. This is expensing a large purchase over a period of time. And there's also something in the tax law called Section 179 that allows you to take this depreciation in an advanced schedule where you get to claim more of it and write off more of it up front. Working with a tax professional can be very helpful in this. You can make sure that you are doing it in the best way possible. If you're in a year where, because maybe you were doing a build out, you're not terribly profitable, taking all the depreciation in that year might not serve you. But you can build a schedule with someone to where you're getting that write off and getting that deduction in the way that makes sense. Maybe it's best to take it this year, maybe it's best to take it next year. You can use a tax professional and some great planning to maximize this, and again, save thousands of dollars in taxes. Keep that money in your pocket. The government doesn't need it. Tax deduction strategy number 4, your home office. If you're doing any amount of work at home and have a dedicated space where you're doing that, a home office, then you can be writing off a lot in terms of expenses. You can be taking a portion of your mortgage interest or your rent, if you're paying rent, your utilities, your internet, basically anything that's related to your home, and you can be writing off a portion of that. Again, basically the home office as a percent of your whole house. And that can really add up. That can be significant. If you are doing work from home, this can be anything. This can be working on your website. It can be doing some scheduling. It can be doing planning. If you're doing work on your business at home, then that is a home office. And this is a legitimate business expense. If you don't have a dedicated office space in your home, I would recommend setting one up. Take a room, take an area of the house, dedicate it to working on the business, and you're eligible for having this write-off. Again, can be significant, can really add up and help you save a lot of money. And a good tax professional can also help you set up the system for how you can track that so that it's easy and so that you're capturing all of the expenses that you can, writing off those expenses, lowering your taxable income, and paying fewer tax dollars. The final tax deduction that we're going to go over today, the fifth powerful tax strategy that you can use in your business, is your vehicle or vehicle mileage. When you drive your car for business, you get to write off the expenses that are associated with that. The IRS actually gives you two different ways that you can do this. You can track the actual expenses. Note that both of these methods, by the way, require you to track the mileage as well. So you track all your actual expenses and you track your mileage. So let's say you find that you're driving about 20% of the time in your vehicle is for the business. So then you would track all of your expenses, put all those together, your car washes, your gas, repairs, your maintenance, your oil changes, all of that, and you would write off 20%. That requires a lot of tracking. It requires a lot of documentation, and it can be hard to stay on top of. The other way that the IRS gives you is to use the standard rate. They come up with a new rate every year that you can use. You just take that rate and times it by the number of business miles. That's what you get to write off. The rate is actually usually very favorable, so I would say that's the way to go. It's simple, favorable, you get a good deduction. That's what I would use. You can always double check this and kind of compare both and pick what serves you the best. But I've seen in my experience that the mileage rate tends to be the best. A quick note on what some of the mileage reimbursable activities are, some of the business uses of your car. Typically driving from your house to the salon is a commute. That's how the IRS sees it. It's not deductible. You can't claim those as business miles. But anytime we drive to the store to get office supplies, to get toilet paper for the salon, to the Salon Centric or another store to where we're buying our product, we go meet with the client for lunch, we go to an event, we do training, any of those things where we're driving, we should be capturing that. Driving to the airport because we're going to a conference, capture those miles, track it in a spreadsheet, a notebook. There's some great apps out there, good ways to track this. This is a great way to make sure we're getting some extra savings and write-offs for our business. To recap, we've gone over 5 powerful tax strategies today, 5 areas of deductions to make sure we're doing the best that we can for ourselves and for our business. The first, making sure that we've got the right business entity. 2, using retirement plans for ourselves or for our team members. 3, using depreciation when we make those large purchases. Again, this could be equipment, chairs, a build out, anything like that. 4, home office deductions. Make sure we're writing off a portion of our homes, having a dedicated office space, and capturing that as well. And last, our business miles. Capture those, write those off. Something that you're probably already doing. We just want to capture it, lower our taxable income with that write-off. Hope this has served you and helped you. In a lot of these areas, you are very well served by working with a tax professional. Here at True Profit Salons, we do provide tax services. If you have questions, if you want help in this area, let us know. We're so happy to help. We love this industry. Let's keep doing great things.